real relationship advice for men. Listen, my ratio is about 70% women that I coach, 30% men. And so a lot of times I want to have a real talk with fellas because, look, can we be honest? Men are afraid of the very same things that women are. They don't want to pick the wrong person. They keep picking the same type of person, and they're tired of it too, and they don't want to get tied down just like you. And so a lot of women say, hey, Don, I'm tired, and why don't he make the first move? Now, listen, I'm not trying to scapegoat anybody, women or men. But I want to give men some advice of all the successful relationships that I put together. And I want to talk to them about things they should do, could do to enhance their possibility of meeting Miss Right. Number one, the first thing is, think about this. Communication is your superpower. The more you communicate, the better you get at communicating, the better your relationship is going to be. Let me be honest. The number one reason relationships don't work, that they fail, is because of uncommunicated expectation and needs. So a lot of times, what are we programmed to do? Is not share our vulnerabilities. Because as a child, many times we were conditioned to believe that sharing our emotions was a sign of weakness. But then we get in a relationship and then the woman says we're not emotionally available. So here's what I want you to do. One of the things I want you to do is share bits and pieces at a time. You don't have to give it all, but just a little bit. See what she does with it. See if she handles it with care, and then you move forward based on how she handles it. The second thing is, in line with the first one, don't be afraid of vulnerability. Now, I understand that being vulnerable can be tough, but especially if you got a good woman, especially if she doesn't weaponize the things that you tell her, especially if you have things inside you that may affect the relationship. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is the foundation of emotional connection. And so let her see the real you. Now, I'm not saying every part of you, just a piece. And as she grows with it, what she does with it will let you know how much more. The third thing is lead with integrity, not control. Now, I get it. There are a lot of women who say, I want to lead. I just want him to lead, but they won't let you lead. And so here's what I'm saying. First of all, understand what leadership is. Leadership is not telling someone what to do. Leadership is making a decision and being accountable for that decision. And when you approach her, the first thing you want to do is show her that I will make a decision, even if it's wrong, but I'm accountable for the actions. Ooh, that's good. Number fourth thing is learn her love language. Now, look, The 5 Love Languages is a book that has sold millions of copies. And it is a great book. And let me tell you why it's great. Because it gives you insight into how people view love. The problem is that once you learn your love language, people start giving love the way they want to receive it, but they don't give love in the way the other person wants to receive it. And so what you do is you find out their love language. If it's quality time, and yours might be acts of service, but give her the quality time so that she believes that you love her. Number 5, stop avoiding conflict. I will say it again, stop avoiding conflict. You know how I know a relationship will last? Is the number one way I know a relationship will last is how the couple navigate conflict. What you need to do is what you ought to do is learn how to navigate conflict. Learn how to communicate, even if it hurts the other person, but if it's effective and it's your true feelings. Don't run from conflict, embrace it, but learn how to do it effectively. Number 6, prioritize her, but don't lose you. Listen, when you get in a relationship, stop just forgetting everything you used to do. If you hung out with your boys from time to time, that's okay. If y'all want to go to a game, it's okay. And if you're with someone who doesn't allow that, want to isolate you from your friends, then that's not healthy. A healthy relationship is balanced. It balances between you and me. All right. She fell for you because of the version of yourself who you were. And stop trying to live up to that. All right. For real, for real. Number 7, keep romance alive. The thing you did to get her, you got to do to keep her. I know what we do. You know what happens to people? They get into the stage of familiarity. Familiarity is I know the person. I call it the old couple syndrome. The old couple syndrome says we come home, we cook, what you want to eat, we're going, what you doing? And we do the very same thing, and we don't fuel and nurture the relationship, y'all, like we used to. And so what happened? The flame dies out. But what do? To start a fire, you put kindling on it. You do small things. The kindling is the small stuff. And start it again. Number eight is be accountable. If you say something, you make a mistake, it's okay. Take responsibility for that mistake. Accountability shows maturity and respect for the other person. It's okay to be wrong, but it's not okay not to say you're wrong. Number 9, support her dreams as much as your own. Y'all, I say this one because I've supported my wife's dreams. They mean something to me. But I don't have to negate my own dreams, and you don't have to negate your own dreams. But what I'm going to say, encourage her to be ambitious. Encourage her to follow her dreams. Why does it matter? Because if you're ever in a relationship and you believe that your dream doesn't matter, ultimately, you will resent the person who you harbor those feelings toward. And last but not least, number 10 is, brother, know when to walk away. Know when to fold up, know when to hold up, but know when to walk away. Some relationships are just toxic as hell. Some relationships are toxic. She's disrespectful. It's draining. It's okay to say, this relationship does not serve my greater good. Even if you've been in it a long time, it's time to say, it's okay to walk away. Staying in the wrong relationship isn't a sign of strength. Knowing your worth and walking away is. Fellas, here's what I'm going to say. Relationships aren't about finding the right woman. They aren't about finding the right woman. Relationships are about becoming the right man. All right? And if you want to be that guy, be that kind of guy. And I'm not talking about being a simp. I'm talking about finding a woman that you can love, that you can give your love to, that wants to give her love to you. And being intentional about that. These 10 things will help you in that endeavor. All right. See y'all in the next one.